I went through 4 years of college. College was fun, so it was, because I did it in 8 years instead of 6 years, I got to take a lot of fun classes. And then pharmacy school is 4 years. When you start getting to pharmacy school, then you start getting into more specialized pharmaceutical sciences. Pharmacy school wasn't a whole lot of fun. There's all sorts of things that they don't teach you in school. In school, we didn't learn about eye drops, ear drops. We didn't learn about lotions and all that kind of stuff I never learned about until I was working. You know, there's always new drugs coming out all the time, so you're constantly having to educate yourself about these new drugs that are coming out. Well, you have to like science, and you have to be good at science, and you have to be good at math. You have to be able to get along with all sorts of different types of people. I like the people I work with a lot. The first thing I do when I get in the morning is I print out what medications the patients in the NICU and the PICU are on, and I kind of go over those and I look to see, you know, was there anyone admitted overnight who was really sick, because those are the ones that I want to look at first. I also want to see if any of the babies have gotten really, really sick. So, for instance, they might have been fine and then they took a turn for worse, got some sort of infection. So I like to look at that. Then I like to check in with people downstairs just to see if there were any problems overnight, or if there was anything that they had questions about. Depending on the day, it's always different, which is another good thing about pharmacy, because there's a lot of variation. As you can see up here, this is how we get our orders. So when a doctor writes an order, and I got one for a NICU, what the nurses do, or the floors do, is they scan it into a machine that looks just like this. And then what happens is it comes up, and this is our queue, and so it comes up listed based on whatever floor it came from. So then what I can do is just click on an order, and it's got the baby's name on it, and so I can just kind of review the order and see what they wanted to. So I just check to make sure that it's appropriate for the baby, making sure it doesn't have any allergies, or that it's right for their weight and their age and their kidney function. And then I'll actually go to the units and look at the charts of the babies and the kids, and just kind